On April 1st, 2021, I ditched a career I absolutely hated to better myself and do the things I've always wanted to do. And that included my growing love and obsession with Ireland. I want to learn everything: culture, history, mythology, music, and the language. Which, if I'm being honest, looks really hard to learn, but I'm going to give it the old Smith try. Then, of course, there is my love of pubs and the role that they've played throughout history, and no better example of that than on that beautiful, beleaguered island in the North Atlantic, Ireland. April 1st, 2026, I depart for the Emerald Isle, and for 1 year, I'll hike town by town and conduct interviews with pub owners, pub regulars, historians, town know-it-alls, musicians, and basically anybody that wants to talk to me. If you'd like to support the project and the journey, basic Patreon support is only $3 a month, but just liking a video or subscribing to the channel and following the journey is just as helpful. I'm always looking for volunteers to work as liaisons for the project too, so if you live in Ireland and know people, feel free to hit me up. This is a huge goal and I need all the help I can get. The Smitty Learns Irish podcast begins April 26th and will be my life's work. Thank you. Oh my goodness, hello, welcome to the Smit Hole and the What the Hell Everything podcast live stream. My name is Smitty. Thank you for being here. I already got McTighe on the live stream saying it's the 19th, dummy. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm pretty sure my thumbnail says the 19th, but whatever. I get some shit wrong every once in a while, but sometimes I get more right than I get wrong. I know it is the 19th. Recording date and time 9/11. 1/19/2024. I'm actually shocked I got the fucking year right. Took me a solid week to do 2024 on like thumbnails and shit like that. Speaking of thumbnails, I'll get to that in a moment. You want to talk about shitty thumbnails, specifically mine. Ha ha! If you are on the live stream, hey, check it out. Here's how it's going to go and how it happens on Patreon. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. We're doing fucking shows. Count on it. But the live streams are basically like kind of just, I kind of do it like I did the old fangled radio show, except this time you're not hearing fucking songs you've heard a million fucking times. You're hearing new shit, or at least stuff that's new to me. And we're experiencing new music, fucking finding out all kinds of things, reacting to fun things, fucking checking out news stories. I got shit I want to talk about. All kinds of things, man. So, if you so choose, you're on the live stream, please, and will for sure not remember to edit out this whole part of me talking about the live stream on the actual podcast that gets released. So whatever, just so you know, it's a thing. The live stream happens on Patreon typically, but every once in a while, like today on the tubes. And side note, just so you know, the live stream will be deleted after about 24 hours because specifically I take the reactions that I do, song reactions, and bust those up individually, and I'll post those to YouTube, and then take all the talky bits and chop those up and edit those together, and that becomes the podcast available on the tubes and Spotify. So as my Bell's palsy left side is tingling every once in a while, you know, it's just still lingering. February of 2020, we're coming up on fucking 4 years since I've had that goddamn Bell's palsy. It's actually probably the fucking date. I haven't seen it pop up on Facebook memories, though. Is it on today? I do have Facebook. Let me fucking just I'm pretty sure I looked at it this morning. So I'm going to say no. I'm not going to go through my fucking memories on the live stream. But the Bell's palsy is mostly back to normal, you know. But every once in a while, I mean, the left side is still kind of fucking twitchy, you know. Certain muscles are used at the same time. You can see like a slack eye and things like that. But every once in a while, like right now, my fucking left fucking side is twitching. And it's probably fucking hilarious if you notice. Hey, Josh is on. Fucking good buddy Josh, who for some fucking reason, like honestly, I'm trying to figure this out. Josh is on the live stream, and Josh was a coworker of mine at Bourbon 72. He just recently moved on and found another place and relocated probably close to an hour north in Petoskey. And for some reason, he decided at work that I should be a Traverse City superhero called Major Mullet, and I should grow a mullet. Like, that was his podcast idea. That was like his podcast bit idea. I'm like, dude, we got two different things. Well, like, what we think is good. I feel like we have completely different ideas of what's good. Plus, you already have long hair, luxurious, dark, indigenous American hair. You should fucking totally, and honestly, what a goddamn indigenous hero you would probably be, Major fucking Mullet. You know, you should probably do that, buddy. Because we clearly have different ideas on what is good and what is not. So anyway, what was I saying about this whole podcast? Reactions get chopped up, this and that, blah, 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 blah. And then we kick off with the word of the day. But the podcast does get removed after 24 hours. I think I did cover that, right? 24 hours-ish. Hey, or actually, yeah, let's do it that way. Yeah, 24 hours. What do we want to start with? I know I want to start with the word of the day. The word of the day, because I like to learn things, and hopefully you like to learn things. It's good. It's good to learn. I tell my nephew once, learn something every day. You know, whether it be reading or just looking at something. It's something I haven't always, subscribed to, but I'm trying to fucking learn. So anyway, let's figure out a word, man. Susurrus. Hang on, let me switch. I got the tunes playing in the background on my fucking Wanna Rage playlist. Currently Wake Up from Rage Against the Machine. I know I'm going to get dinged with copyrights all doing this live stream anyway because of playing music and things. You don't get nailed for it. They just say, fucking, hey, it's copyright. You can't get monetized, or it will get blocked later, and it won't affect your status. Sometimes I have had one strike before, and it was on a live stream where I didn't know it was going live. I just thought I had hit record rather than go live like a fucking idiot, and totally streamed whatever the fuck I was doing. Like an album reaction or something like that. So it got totally lost because they said, fuck you, you got a strike. And I was like, fuck. Like, if they warn you, and you take it down, you're good. Or if they say you can't use this, you're like, okay. But, like, if you just keep doing it, then they fuck you. Anyway, there was a point of that. Word of the day was Susurrus, by the way. Oh, the input thing, so I can hear the pronunciation. Let's do that. Let's switch that, get the headphones on, and get ready to rock and roll in this motherfucker. There we go. We are now connected, I feel like. Let's test it out. Give it a test. Oh, you fucking ad. I fucking clicked it again. You jumpin' fucking dictionary.com. Here we go. Susurrus. I kind of nailed it, I think. Spelled Susurrus. I have to plead ignorance here, man. I have no idea. Meanings and examples. It is a noun. A soft murmuring or rustling sound. A whisper. A whisper. Let's learn more, shall we? First recorded in 1825 to 1835 from the Latin word for whisper. All right, fucking A. It's Latin for whisper. The wind rustled through the trees, creating a gentle susurrus that echoed. I shouldn't read it like that. The wind rustled. The wind rustled through the trees, creating a gentle susurrus that echoed in the forest. That was stupid. No wonder nobody's ever fucking hired me to do that shit. Dude, you sound like a fucking dickhead. Susurrus. All right. I will almost certainly not remember to include that in a practical way at some point in this podcast, which is the goal, and almost never hit that goal. Sometimes, though, just pull out a little Susurrus. And getting more versed by the day doing this wonderful thing I'm doing. Anyway, what the fuck's next? Oh, you know what I want to talk about? My shitty thumbnail. What was stupid, and here's the stupidest thing, because this happened back in December, probably December, mid-December, I had labels made. My sister-in-law, Melissa, shout out, made these wonderful labels for my Christmas gift, Mustard. Smustard, if it, with a name like Smustard, it can't be good. That was the actual tagline with my stupid caricature face on it. And my sister-in-law made the labels for me. So I remember when it was exactly, you'll never forget the day you broke your fucking thumb. I was pulling the labels out of the car, and I was getting out, and I shut the fucking car door, and fucking, I don't know how the fuck, I've never, first of all, I don't slam the car door. I kind of just ease it shut, I don't want to fucking slam it. And fucking, I don't know how I did it. Just caught the fucking thumb right in that fucking car door. And it sucked. And I was like, I'm going to lose this fucking thumb. This is day one. There could be it's not falling off yet. I want to tell you this. So if you're watching the video, it is not falling off, but it is black and gross. But this is day one. I can't believe I didn't talk about it. I made a fucking note in my podcast prep notepad on my phone. Every time I have a little brain nugget, I want to talk about this. Fucking, I went shitty thumbnail, and that was the actual fucking label. And then I went back to it, and this happened so many times where I went back to that fucking topic in the podcast prep note, and I was like, shitty thumbnail? What the fuck does that mean? It's staring you in the fucking face, Smith. Boom. Look at that. Look at that fucking nightmare. That was day one. That was right after it happened. I took a picture, and I sent it to fucking Levi and Josh. And I'm just like, I'm going to lose that, right? And Levi has lost his thumbnail before. He actually sent me a fucking picture of it. Like, why did you save it? Did it pop up on memories? Or did you just save your fucking shitty thumbnail pic where it was showing it popped up from the fucking cuticle, And I'm like, why'd you have this on your fucking phone? Why? It's not to that point yet. But he gave me a little preview of what I can fucking expect. He's like, it's going to take probably 2 or 3 months because it has to grow the whole length of the nail, however long it takes you to clip an entire nail length. Something like that. This is what it looks like right now, and it's not fucking looking good. I am not fucking happy about it. I'm just like, oh boy. And you can tell it's fucking a nightmare. Everybody at work, because I hand people fucking food, and I'm right-handed, and that's the fucking hand it happened on. And I hand people food and drinks with this disgusting-ass fucking thumbnail here all day, and nobody's ever said anything. They have to be mortified. Coworkers at work are not as nice, and they're like, that looks like a fucking nightmare, and I'm like, it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to cover this thing up because apparently this fucking nail is going to just keep growing, and then again, like Levi fucking showed me, popped up from the cuticle, and then brother Josh sent a TikTok of the fucking time lapse of the thing, and I was like, ugh, man. And again, because I hand people food and I work with my hands quite a bit, and I'm a fucking dipshit, and I forget that things happen, and I'm just like, you got to be really careful. You don't rip the goddamn thing off. And historically, like, that's just one of the things. It's just like, if things are bent the wrong way, or a nail's up like that, or fucking certain injuries, like, I'm like, I don't like it. So I'm going to have to get some fucking Band-Aids to cover it up and just really be super fucking careful. I thought about wearing gloves while I'm sleeping, but when you take the gloves off, it could fucking rip them off. Man, this is not good. It's just fucking gross. It doesn't hurt anymore, but again, I can tell that it's happening because the thumbnail is sort of like sloped going into the cuticle, and you can tell it's kind of at its end, I feel like, and I'm just like, it's gonna fucking happen. There's a streak across it that you can see right above, if you're watching the video again, about halfway up the thumbnail and across the blackened part. And it I think that's where either it hit the fucking nail, the car door hit the nail, or it's where the cuticle was when the accident happened. So it looks like it's about halfway up. And if the 3-month fucking timetable is correct, I'm about a fucking month and a half in. So I'm about a month and a half from losing that goddamn thing. Damn it. top of everything else, got to worry about ripping off my goddamn thumbnail. It'll hurt so much just thinking about it. I said I make podcast notes on my phone. I saw this one and immediately remembered what it was. Frozen Boogy at the gas station. Man, I'm still smoking. It sucks. I'm trying to quit. When I say I'm trying all the time, my brain says the next day. It's stupid. It's always the next day. But you wake up and you're like, okay, I'm not going to smoke today. And it's not long before you have your first coffee. You're like, yeah, I am. And you're just like, fuck. Now I don't even have to fucking get in my car, which is great, because I was the guy in the morning. Well, I'm not going to smoke, so I'm not going to have cigarettes. I'll make sure I don't have cigarettes at night. I've thrown them away before. I have just spaced it out so I know I don't have any when I wake up in the morning. And in the morning, I'm like, nope, not today. It'll be a day, but not this day. So now I can just walk across the street because fucking I'm right downtown. Which would honestly take it would probably be longer to get in my car, start it, drive over there, than it would be just walk across the street. Anyway, I want to say it's not even half a block, barely half a block. And I walked in to the gas station, got my cigarettes. I walked back, stood outside, smoked a fucking cigarette. That's the worst thing about smoking, too. Just fucking feeling like an asshole, sitting out there fucking freezing your dick off. Looking like a pathetic asshole. And, all right, do that. Went back upstairs. I don't know if I sat down here. Thankfully, I wasn't fucking recording, like, right after that or anything. Because I went like this, did something on my face, and I bet you it was probably, because I remembered I'd just blown my nose and probably didn't get everything out of there. And it was probably about a fucking 2.5-inch boog that was fucking from here to here. And didn't know it existed. How do you not feel something? Because it had to weigh like 0.5 ounces or something. It was just gigantic and frozen. I remember because I was like, fucking ow. And I just yanked it off. And I'm like, did I go into the gas station with that motherfucker? I had to have, You got to tell people when that happens. Okay? Don't fucking hold on to that shit. I've told coworkers before, like, look, I'm trying to remember what this exact instance is. Oh, now I remember, because if I don't fucking trim my eyebrows, they grow out and look like my dad's. And I don't necessarily want my eyebrows to be that bushy and just fucking unruly. They look like fucking caterpillars coming out, So I trim them, but if I go so long without trimming them, they get fucking nutty. So I told my coworkers, I'm like, look, you see any fucking, if you notice anything, let me know so I can at least fucking fix this. But if you see something like a booger hanging out of somebody's fucking nose, you got to tell them. Be like, hey, just so you know, you got to think, oh, fucking thanks, man. Like, yeah, it's kind of embarrassing, but not as embarrassing as continuing on with your fucking day with it. You don't want the embarrassment to continue. I'll take the one-time embarrassment. Oh, shit. Happens to everybody, probably, at least in some way. I don't think I've had a fucking booger hanging off my nose before. Or if I have, why didn't you fucking tell me? Why didn't you say anything? Why? Oh, man, I want to, let's talk some football. And this is, as a Lions fan, you would think I would want to react to, I think it was Aiden Hutchinson that was mic'd up for this game. But I've already watched that shit. As soon as it gets released, anything on, like, YouTube with the Lions right now especially, and even in, like, off years, and there has been a few off years, I like to fucking, I sit there and I watch the press conferences and I watch the highlight videos over and over and over again. I'm so fucking stoked. I got fucking Honolulu blue and silver in my goddamn veins. But Matt Stafford has been was a Detroit Lion for fucking about 12 years and just gave everything to that team, man. I am not, I didn't hate that guy. I was actively rooting against him like a motherfucker in that game. But like I predicted and just knew was going to fucking happen, it was going to be a legendary game, and Matt Stafford was going to they were going to beat the shit out of him, and he was going to ball out, and he fucking did. And we finally fucking got over that hump. It was so great. So, I I'm actually going to react to, let me find my playlist and get it going here, and I will actually broadcast this. I'm hoping it doesn't trigger any copyright things, but again, this whole live stream is going to get not blocked, but deleted after 24 hours. But Matt Stafford mic'd up for the Detroit Lions game for his return to Ford Field. And I really want to see his perspective, because I know that he was calling, is Kirby Joseph a safety? Or is he corner? I can't remember. Why am I not remembering that? He called him a dirty player. It was a low hit, on the knee. And I got all kinds of thoughts. I was like ranting in my head about that low knee hit. I'm not going to necessarily get into that at this point, although I could. But I know that Matt Stafford called him a dirty player. The point of the story is I don't know if that's going to be a part of this, and we may get into that if it gets to that point in this video. But, all right. I just thought it would be interesting to watch the game of the year from a Lions perspective from my perspective, from Matt Stafford's perspective. So let's get this thing ready to broadcast on the live stream. And it's Matt Stafford coming back to the fucking D.
After 12 record-setting seasons with the Lions, 3 years later, Matthew returns to Motown as a Super Bowl champion, and coming off another Pro Bowl campaign, here he is out of the tunnel. Yeah, come on. Nothing more than lifting a left hand.
I don't know if that's that loud. Let me see. Is there a way? There we go. I think that's better.
Rain down. He is the bad guy now.
What's up, bro?
I've never been a booer anyway, so I don't know if I would have booed him. I think I don't want to see you get caught up in the moment, but you got to be a part of it. It's solidarity, You got. I don't know if I would have been booing as much as chanting for fucking Jared Goff, but I ain't mad that you boo. People boo the opponents all the fucking time. As long as you keep personal things and don't be a fucking asshole, I'm cool with it.
I hear you.
I love it.
Good to see you. Love you too, man. Yeah. How you doing?
Honestly, that dude endeared himself to like this city so much, and like just like his family and everything like that. I love that they still have connections with it. Even though, what was it, Kelly Stafford may have gotten pissed off and talked shit. Whatever, who cares?
We come away with a win. Let's go. Win on three. 1, 2, 3. Hey, let's go one play at a time. Communicate.
And we'll listen to the boos for Matthew Stafford in his return to Motown. The greatest quarterback in the modern history of the Lions, and probably ever. 12 record-setting seasons here.
Not anymore.
Not even an NFC North Championship hat to show for it.
Here we go.
Because again, this is Matt Stafford's perspective, but it's also from the Rams' perspective. It's from their social media, probably, I think. I don't know if it's from the NFL films or if it's from, because the Lions have their own mic'd up system that is the most fucking brilliant social media crew and film and crew, probably in NFL. But now I get to hear it from their perspective, and it's totally different,
Play action. Free rusher. Throw sidearm. Complete to Allen. He sinks down like a submarine.
He's fucking slinging.
Here's a snap. Chest high. Blitz coming. Stafford stands in. Delivers. Ooh. Fluttering ball left side. Incompletes. Hit as he threw it. As Brian Branch came on the blitz and got a piece of the throw. And LA will have to settle for a field goal try down 7-0.
And I tell you what, if Branch doesn't do that, Cooper Kupp is running wide open.
Damn, that was going to be a touchdown to Coop on the last one. Hey, that's a good drive. We'll punch it in next time. Let's go. Keep getting points. That's a nice job up front, boys.
And we were all waiting for it.
Touchdown and sack at the 18-yard line.
We were all waiting for it, as a Lions fan. If you've been following for years, there's so many like bandwagon fans that weren't necessarily watching as much when Matt Stafford was playing because they sucked, and why would I watch them? But now all the bandwagon fans are just like, oh, why wouldn't you love Matt Stafford? But you just knew that he was gonna fucking ball out. and you knew that it was so. You want to talk about stress? Sitting there watching, and you're like, oh my god, please, please, football gods.
That was just a simple turf monster there.
I tripped there. That's my fault. Just caught a lace, boys.
Can Stafford dig the Rams out of trouble early? Top of his drop, steps up, flings it right side. It is caught!
Boom!
A heat seeker from the right hand of Matthew Stafford.
You see Aiden Hutchinson? I saw that meme earlier where it was just like Aiden Hutchinson, like, what the fuck? Then he came back and sacked him 2 times. Like, don't talk shit.
Onto it until the bitter end paid the price as he was decked.
Hey, you're good right here. Touchdown.
Down 14-3. Pass it against a 4-man rush. Well protected. Deep down the left side. Puka behind the defense.
That guy is going to be a problem for everybody for a while.
Touchdown, LA! 50 on the number for prime time Puka. You can hear a pin drop inside Ford Field as Matthew
You're like, God damn that
puts it
guy.
out there for the rookie.
Let's go, baby. Hey, one at a time. Let's go get another one. We gonna get right. Go get another one. Let's go get another one.
Man, you know what I wonder is if this game, because I don't know how much animosity was created with the dirty player talk, and there was a little bit of shit talk, I think. I don't know if Matt Stafford was said some things in the press conference that maybe was directed at fans in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. I don't care. I still like the guy, but I don't know if this is going to create like a rivalry and he's going to become like an enemy of this city. Be interesting.
Matthew Stafford has it back to the logo.
Stafford turns heel.
Pitches, fires right side. It is caught. 2-2 Atwell. Too fast. Too furious. 2-2 Atwell with a flip and a touchdown.
Great, strong hands.
The Rams are back within 1 score.
Go, baby. Come on. One at a time. Great communication. Great execution. Let's go.
Bam! Ha! Man, he's taking fucking punishment.
Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Matthew Stafford against the pressure. Throws middle. Caught by Cup.
Well, he took a shot on this play as he was throwing the ball.
Wasn't his hand off? He cut his hand. Did they show that yet? He really, man, fights through injuries.
Stafford, who's in his huddle down 1. He's got 44 game-winning drives, and this is how his reputation was made.
Seriously, too. It's like a Lions fan's worst nightmare. Because that same old Lions thinking still sets in. It's like a relationship when you've been hurt over and over and over and over and over again, and you just keep coming back for it. You know? And you're like, it's going to be different this time. But that fucking, that trigger trauma, you know, is still back there. And you're like, everything's going to fall apart, and Matt Stafford's going to ruin everything. Not today, my friend. But you still, in the back of your head, was like, oh no, oh no.
Stafford flips his hips, wings one middle, bobbled, and cut down Tyler Higbee in dangerous play.
Stafford was not happy about the celebration by Kirby Joseph either.
Hey, that's a good hit. That's a good hit. You dirty as and you know it. You dirty as
Fuck that.
It's been on tape. I've seen it. Hey, it's been on tape. You're right. You're right.
If somebody can defy me, if Kirby Joseph has had other dirty plays, I haven't seen him. I haven't heard it brought up before. I don't think so. That particular hit, like, it's a fucked up hit. You know, those low knee hits, and receivers will fucking say, I would rather they hit me in the fucking head than, you know, take my knees out. But it's legal. If you go midsection on those receivers coming over the middle, a lot of times those guys put their fucking heads down, man. So you're just like, you're risking a head-on collision and get nailed with a fine or out of the game or whatever if you knock some dude out. So you go low. You know, it fucking sucks.
3rd down, LA needs 14. Back in the gun, ready with 6. Silent count snap. Takes it chest high. Pressure from his right. Stafford steps up.
Bam!
Brings a fastball right side. Leaping effort. No, incomplete. At the 25, Puka Nacua was the target.
Oh, man, that's a pass interference. He's pulling him.
Bringing an ovation from the crowd. The final snap.
It's fucking tough all over. Shit doesn't get called. You know? How many times did the refs fuck the Lions?
Love you, man. Congratulations, man. Keep it going, okay?
Appreciate you, dog.
You're a great team. Keep going. And congratulations. Go win it all, buddy. Appreciate you. Good job.
You once helped us, OB, all right?
Yeah, I
got
appreciate
so much
you, brother.
fucking respect for you. Keep going.
I appreciate you, brother. Hey, good luck, man. You guys are balling. Keep it going.
Still love Matt Stafford, you know? And
Thanks for
that'll
watching.
probably never
Make
change.
sure to like
even
and subscribe
if he
so you don't
becomes
miss
like,
out on our videos.
Even if he becomes like Hulk Hogan and goes to the fucking NWO, you know? If they become a hated rival, would Matt Stafford become hated in the in Detroit? Man, that's something to think about. All right. I could talk Lions all day, but this is not a sports podcast. There'll be time for that. I don't know if we're going to do – I know we may do a watch party because I have the NFC Championship game off. I just took it off as a precaution, requested it off, and the Super Bowl just in case. Still don't know what I'm going to do about this Sunday, 3 o'clock Eastern game, though. I may have to work. I don't know yet. Whatever. I got the last Sunday off. And the point of the story is that there potentially could be a really fun watch party with the bros for either or NFC Championship game and perhaps a Super Bowl if the fucking football gods bless us with that. Man, I can't even believe I've actually been able to utter out loud and say it with fucking confidence, but it still feels weird to say that the Lions could win the Super Bowl. The Lions could win the Super Bowl, and I don't even know if I can handle that. The old ticker. I don't know if the old ticker could take it. My dad said we're all worried about. We always text my dad and tell him breathe. Don't get amped up because he typically gets pretty fucking worked up, you know. He's got some issues with, I think, aneurysms in his leg. You know, they're very small. So the doctors can't get in and fix it yet. They have to wait till the aneurysms in his leg get bigger. And I think there was a little bit of blockage in an artery that he's now on medication for. So he's trying to take it easy, you know. You got to fucking... It's been a running joke, kind of, not really a joke, but kind of a joke for a long time. My dad said, hey, I want to see the Lions win a Super Bowl before I die. Hold on, Pops. Just breathe, you know. You got to practice the weed helps, you know. That's why he's like, I got to get high for this fucking Lions game. You know, get a good fucking indica or a good hybrid. That way you're up and you're still fucking good. You don't get too amped up, you know. Helps. I have been eating like fucking shit, and that's one thing I'm really going to fucking change. You know, a dude that's single and works at night and then does this podcast. I haven't had fast food. I actually rewarded myself last night with not eating fast food with, I got something to go from work. I got a really nice beef stroganoff and then a wonderful carrot cake and brought that home. But overall, I've been eating like shit. I actually had a giant bowl of cereal after that stroganoff and carrot cake because I got super fucking high and I was just like, so eating like garbage. I bought a fucking salad. I don't know how long ago, and I ate half of it, and then I fucking stupidly threw away the dressing for it, and it's just been sitting in there, and I haven't got dressing yet. So I'm just like, but it's been fucking so stupid. Like when you move in, or at least when I move into a place, and there's very little cabinet space here, so I'm still trying to be strategic with how I'm figuring out where I'm going to put stuff. And I already got the initial big grocery list done with the stuff that I needed for the house. The point of the story is I don't fucking cook like normal people. Every once in a while I'll make like a big pot of something and then there's leftovers, but it's very easy, quick food, you know. I'm really trying to make myself find the time to cook better food and good food. I'm very pretty well versed in the kitchen. I can fucking cook. I'm pretty well versed on like knowing what a good diet and exercise routine is. I was in the Army. I was very in shape. I kind of know what I have to do. It's just pulling that fucking trigger. Like last night was it wasn't last night. It was the day before. It was just like, oh, my new stoner food is like, I had pork rinds, these really nice, and for my European friends, if you don't know what pork rinds are, or anywhere else listening and watching this, I have South American friends as well, and Australian friends, and all sorts of friends. So, pork rinds are just like deep fried pig skin, essentially. That's exactly what it is. I don't know what it was. It's fucking delicious stoner food. It probably sounds gross to some people, but whatever flavor it was, this is like a queso flavored pork rinds. They're fucking really good with cheese curds, which are that's popular in this region. In Wisconsin, they were particular garlic dill cheese curds, and just eating cheese curds and pork rinds. And I'm like, man, you gotta fucking knock this shit off. So every February and not October, because fuck sober October. October's too fun. There's Halloween and all sorts of fun things. But September and February, I do sober months. I like to take a break. And it's going to change with the diet this February too. Really, really planning out like just a good grocery list or a good meal plans and sort of things like that. And really start to dial things in. I have 2 years before I'm going to hike a fucking whole island. And I'm going to start training. I'm going to get back out and start hiking. I'm going to get back out and hopefully do some running and quit fucking smoking. That's an everyday agenda. But just talking about like fucking stupid foods I'm eating. I was sitting there eating pork rinds and cheese curds. I'm like, well, this is a new favorite. And I'm like, it can't be a favorite. It can't be a favorite. You have to fucking beat this new stupid food obsession down. Tanner on the live stream, I've been trying to eat brownies too. Weed makes it difficult. Do you see brownies? There's a fucking stupid little icon over. Oh, I've been trying to eat better too. Weed makes it difficult. It's so true. There was a time, and I do have hummus, and I bought, what did I buy to go with the hummus? I can't remember. I bought something to go with the hummus. Probably something I fucking haven't used too, or haven't eaten too. Garlic hummus. And that was my stoner food for the long time when I was getting in shape a couple years ago, running every day on the elliptical, and wasn't smoking for a year and a half and feeling fucking great, man. That was my stoner food, was hummus and like naan bread or carrots or celery or something like that. And just fucking shit now. But the hummus is sat in there, and I'm just fucking eating all the shit. Stop it. Stop it, Smith. Stop being fat. Stop being fat. Stop being fat. And hey, new patrons, by the way. Even though this is not a Patreon live stream, I do want to give a shout out. New patrons, Daniel and Barty. I think they were just on the other day. It's a growing patron group over there, to be quite honest, up until the last couple weeks, since I got into this new place and started going, and there wasn't a lot of content going, It was just things were happening and, and all sorts of things. So I wasn't getting as much content out, and it kind of dipped. My patron group kind of dipped a little bit because I wasn't really doing anything and better on them, I totally am fucking like, yeah, I'm not doing anything. You can come back later if you want. That's fantastic. But Daniel and Barty, awesome for coming on, and several others as well that I don't have their names, but no, I love you. All right, let's do a news scroll real quick. Just do a headline scroll. We'll maybe skim over it. We'll maybe take a look at it if it seems interesting. So headline scroll. Let's just talk shit about some things. A Washington woman, 62, granted court permission to have dead husband's sperm extracted. For what? You're 62. Let's click on it real quick. Maybe we can get the gist really quick. Why? A 62-year-old woman has been given the green light to have sperm extracted from her dead husband to conceive a baby after they lost their 2 adult children in separate accidents. Holy shit. She won't be able to do anything with the sperm as posthumous fertilization is banned in Washington. Really? That's an interesting ban. You can't have posthumous fertilization. You just can't keep your line going all the time. Just keep impregnating women after birth. I'm sure there's people that want to do that and fucking have tried. So that's probably why it's banned. I don't know. The guy who was 61 died suddenly at the couple's home in Australia on December 17th, and she pleaded her case in the Supreme Court at an urgent hearing the very next evening. They granted her permission to have spermatozoa tissue removed from her late husband, whose body is being stored at a morgue. They then fucking did. But did she get pregnant? I'm trying to just see if she got pregnant. Or if she's not yet. Oh, if he died on December 17th, she probably doesn't fucking know yet. Anyway, that could happen. You know? Seems like a weird ban, though. Watch an Amish horse team pull a GMC Yukon out of an icy ditch. I don't need to watch it. I can visualize it. I saw a picture of it. I don't know. Do you want to watch it? Do you want to watch it? Shut up, Dr. Drew, and your dumb ad. It's just a fucking horse and buggy team pulling out a goddamn Yukon out of a ditch. You know, visualize it. You know what that looks like, especially if you live in a fucking place like this. It looked like it could have just been down the road. You know, there's no Amish in this particular area, but there is Amish, I don't know, fucking hour south of here. There's a fairly large Amish community. I want to say in maybe Marion or McBain, somewhere around there, Wexford County, Missaukee County. Yeah, so I hope it could be somewhere in northern Michigan. Who the fuck knows? Fujitsu, the company Fujitsu, pretty sure it's Japanese. Do they make cameras, Fujitsu? Anyway, they are sorry that their helpware helped send innocent people to prison. Are you, though? What does this story mean? Fujitsu is sorry that its software helped send innocent people to prison. Okay. Apologize for its role in the British post office scandal, acknowledging that its buggy accounting software contributed to the wrongful prosecution of hundreds of postal employees. Huh? We'd like to apologize for our part in the appalling miscarriage of justice. We were involved from the start. We were involved from the very start. We did have bugs and errors in the system, and we did help the post office in their prosecutions of the sub-postmasters. For that, we are truly sorry. What the fuck happened? A BBC report explains that between 1999 and 2015, more than 900 sub-postmasters and postmistresses were prosecuted for theft and false accounting after money appeared to be missing from their branches, but the prosecutions were based on evidence from faulty Horizon software. Some sub-postmasters wrongfully went to prison. Many were financially ruined. Some have died since. Way to go, Fujitsu. It's one of those, it's the biggest fucking oops, you know, wrongfully accused fucking people in prison for centuries, you know. Oops. Sorry, found out about that one late. How about concert goers sue Madonna over show starting late? I mean, you could fucking can we get a class action lawsuit against Axl Rose? You know, sure. Terms of or status or what's that statute of limitations is probably up on that. Cable firms to the FTC. We shouldn't have to let users cancel service with a click. Oh, man. They're just so mad that things are changing and it's not benefiting them anymore. And people are going away from fucking old systems, you know. We don't have fucking really old telephones anymore except my fucking parents, you know, old people. There's not many houses with landlines anymore. It's all internet, you know, and that's the way it's going. And fucking just clinging on for dear life. Please keep us relevant. And I think that's going to wrap up the podcast recording for the day. Again, this live stream is going to get dropped after about 24 hours. I'm going to put the podcast out tomorrow. It'll be today's podcast, but released tomorrow, and it'll be deleted on YouTube. But the Patreon live streams, which happen Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern, with, again, the occasional one on like a Friday on YouTube every couple, 3 weeks maybe. Those happen again Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 a.m. and are happening, and those get left on Patreon if you ever want to come back to them and watch it that way. Sometimes they get blocked. So it's just the risk you gotta fucking take. But also on Patreon, the Sunday morning talk practices happen damn near every Sunday. There will be the occasional that I don't do it. And there'll be the occasional day where I don't do a podcast, too. I'm very committed to these all day, but I will keep you notified if I'm not going to do one. But this is happening every day. I am loving fucking doing it this way. I've been wanting to do this way for so long, and I finally am in the groove and in the spot, and I'm fucking rolling. I'm fucking rolling. So Sunday morning talk practice on Patreon. What else? What else is going on? Rock and Roll Roundtable album review podcast with December and Michael are coming back in February. We're starting those back up. And then, podcasts all the time. And then the occasional fucking guest in the studio on top of the Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing. Just like that, just like this week. 4 podcasts. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And that does it. I'm the fuck out of here, you guys. Let me get out of here. How do you get out of here? Just like this. Ha-ha.
So long, sucker.
Good night, everybody!
I am so sorry for everything that has happened.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, all right, I'll see you guys there. By the bar and get your face, huh? Get me paid, bitch.
Sit, boo-boo, sit. Good dog.
I love y'all very much. Peace out.
Good night, ladies.
What the hell? Everything!